My mother was not a mom to me. She gave birth to me and then she gave me away to so many different family members and friends of hers over the years that I cannot say she raised me. The longest I was ever under her roof was 2 nights, and that was because she was paid to take me for that period of time. She had issues with my biological father, who died before I was born, and she always liked to bring up how I was his kid, etc. Anything to make me less hers and more someone else's problem. One time she sent me to live with a friend of hers who was an addict and never checked on me. My grandma was the only person I was with who loved and cared about me. But she died when I was barely 6. She had me for 3 years. She had to pay my mother to take me in for the 2 days she did. An aunt told me about that sometime after that. My mother met some guy about 18 months ago and they got married recently, and now she's expecting a baby with him. From the outside, he appears to be a top-notch guy. He was interested in getting to know me and said that he would want me to be part of their family, but he knows she didn't raise me or treat me well. He knows she didn't even put me on their wedding guest list herself. He's also witnessed her tell me I'm her father's daughter in the most venom-filled way possible. Then he heard her say she would be a mom for the first time, so I wonder if he's actually good underneath, or maybe he cares about appearances, but I didn't go to their wedding because I didn't receive an invite. Now that she's pregnant, I'm expected to play pretend and act like we're some kind of family. The only reason I know any of this is she showed up at my job and tried to talk to me. She said I need to at least look supportive of their family, but I should really show my face around them more now that she's married and having a kid. I told her that I would not cheer on her do-over family and she needed to accept that people might judge her, but I didn't care. She called me spiteful and a witch. Then, the one relative I do stay in touch with told me I shouldn't be so sour about the baby and call them a do-over family because they are innocent. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. You're not obligated to suddenly play happy families because your incubator wants to line up a free babysitter or whatever she's trying to do. Don't punish the baby because your family member is right. The baby didn't ask to be born to this woman any more than you did, but not punishing can simply be not saying bad things about the baby. It doesn't mean you need to engage. Honey, you're not obligated to be supportive, and why should you? The woman who gave birth to you just wants to appear like she's Mother of the Year. She didn't earn that and certainly doesn't deserve it. If you can, this is a good time to go no contact. Her new husband might seem nice, but anyone who wants to marry her is obviously not a good person. The guy, well, who knows? Maybe he's blind to her faults. Maybe he's hopeful that she's grown up. Maybe he was raised in a household where her behavior seemed normal. It's hard to say. I wish him the best and move along. As for your mom and her pregnancy, get ready to have that kid dumped on your doorstep. I mean, I really hope it doesn't happen, but it could. She's made it clear that you are your father's child, not hers, so why she now expects you to be part of her family is strange. Not strange, she doesn't want her new guy to know she's terrible. That's why OP wasn't invited to the wedding. She probably invented some story about OP being a brat and ruining her big day. Oh, and your mother seems to be the one who's sour about your father and has blamed an innocent child, you, all this time in the process. Exactly, your mother literally had to be paid to take care of you. Talk about chronic neglect, and now she wants you to be super chummy with her, and you're right in calling her do-over family. Jesus, it really puts my own problems into perspective. I don't know why you still have any contact with this witch. I don't know how someone could have a baby with this woman knowing what she did to you. Screw that monster. I'm 32 female getting married in August. My best friend Chrissy, fake name 30 female, agreed to be my maid of honor and seemed excited for me. I told her I wanted my colours to be dark green and pale pink, and she agreed it was a really pretty combination. So when we were dress shopping, she kept picking out green dresses. I told her I wanted her to wear pink instead. She was disappointed and said she doesn't like pink and would probably not buy a dress from the store we were at if it wasn't in a colour she wanted, because the boutique was pricey. I can understand that, so I just asked that she find an appropriate dress in the specific shade of pink I like. Since then, she's been sending me links to dresses that are not close to the colour at all and green ones with pink floral. She commented that when I was her maid of honour a few years ago, she let me buy a dress I've worn multiple times since. This made me angry because her colours were navy and silver, so of course the blue dress she wanted me to buy was more versatile. But it's my turn now and I think the dress is a standard part of the maid of honour role. It's making me think she won't be a good maid of honour to me. I mentioned this to my sister and she said I was being a bridezilla. She reminded me that Chrissy was a relaxed bride and that we obviously have different expectations about wedding roles and need to discuss them. I know she's probably right, but I'm upset that she thinks I'm being a bridezilla. Chrissy's wedding was a lot different than what I would have picked for myself. It was casual and had many cutesy homemade elements. My style is more elegant and classy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. When I first started talking to Chrissy about my wedding plans, she kept reminding me that it was one day and just a party and stuff like that. But I've dreamed about this day since I was little. I feel like Chrissy doesn't understand how important it is to me that my day is picture perfect, because she admitted getting married wasn't ever really important to her. My fiancé says he understands why I'm upset, my sister says I'm an idiot, and Chrissy hasn't texted me back since I shot down the last few dresses she sent me. So, am I the idiot? You are the idiot, judgmental and snobby and not elegant and classy. Pull your head in. You cough up the cash if you want to dictate what someone wears. End of. And pearl pink does not automatically equal elegance. Newsflash, different colours work or don't work on different skin tones, and usually pink dresses are not as desirable beyond the age of 12. Agreed, I had a friend pull this exact same thing. We aren't friends anymore, lol. OP sounds like she has precious princess syndrome or some crap. Obviously, I can wear this navy dress again because her wedding was so casual it had casual colours. I guess I just didn't know pink was reserved for formal occasions. Why don't you let her wear green? It's still in your colour scheme. Or cough up the cash and buy the dress you wanted to wear. Yikes! If this is the expectation you're already putting on the day, I can guarantee 100% that you're going to be disappointed. Your wedding isn't about what other people are wearing, it's about you and your partner enjoying an amazing day with people you love. If you're making it about this kind of thing already, you will only focus on the things that go wrong, which they will. I adopted my husband's niece, Sarah, 9 years ago. While it was hard for Sarah to adapt at first, she loves us and is our daughter. She's an amazing kid and loves me and my family. I'm currently pregnant, and 2 weeks ago we found out it was a girl. When we told my parents, they were excited about their first granddaughter. It bothered me, but I tried to ignore it. But yesterday, I had enough. Mum mentioned things to pass down, and I reacted stronger than I probably should have, but I was pretty mad. Sarah has been their granddaughter since she was a toddler. Luckily, they didn't say it around Sarah, but I was unhappy. We fought over it, with them claiming Sarah doesn't count and trying to justify it by saying she's from my husband's family, not ours. But she's my daughter, their granddaughter. She calls them her grandparents. My sister is her aunt, and my nephew is her cousin. If they don't accept Sarah, then there's no way I want them around either daughter. My husband thinks that what they said was wrong, but thinks I should let it go. He believes it wasn't meant the way I'm taking it, but with his history he tends to be a bit of a pushover regarding family. Understanding, obviously, but still, and they haven't apologised. If anything, they've doubled down. I don't want Sarah hearing any of this, and if I can't trust them to treat our girls equally, then I can't trust them with them. Everyone else thinks I'm overreacting, but I disagree. Not the idiot. Family is about love, not blood. Sarah is your daughter and your parents should treat her as such. Standing up for your children and ensuring they are treated equally is important. I could somewhat understand their baby's excitement if this was a recent adoption and they hadn't bonded with her yet. But she's been your daughter, their granddaughter, for most of her life. They don't deserve to be around Sarah, and your husband also needs a reality check. They've spoken aloud what their true feelings are. They will show favoritism. This will be a problem. The fact that they're doubling down says it all. OP should trust their instinct to shield their children from people who have those feelings. Once the baby is here, they won't be as good about hiding or won't even try to hide it anymore. I was adopted by my stepdad when I was young, and my dad's grandparents always accepted me, but my dad's aunt never did. She never counted me as her niece, but her parents always stood up for me and corrected her. My grandmother told her she needed to get over herself. So thank you. Stand your ground and please keep fighting for both your daughters. I come from a family of very hairy and very fair-skinned women. The hair is thick and very dark. Hair removal has always been a common topic of discussion amongst us throughout our lives. Many of my aunts, siblings and cousins have spent tons on laser hair removal over the years. And when I say hairy, I mean facial hair, back hair, stomach hair, which would be more common in your average man. My youngest sister is your crunchy granola mom, an all-natural type. She doesn't shave, thinks it's a double standard and hypocritical, all bodies are beautiful, all that stuff, and I support her in that. Be happy in your own skin. Well, I don't care much about it and I only shave on special occasions. I'm also very well aware of how cruel kids can be, as I experienced a ton of bullying throughout my life for it, and it took me well into adulthood to get comfortable with it. My sister's daughter, Teen, has the hairy gene, and I suspect possibly some kind of hormonal issue. As a young teen, she had extensive facial hair, including from her chin to her neck, thicker in some spots than your average arm hair. My sister allows her to shave only from the knee down, and she'll also shave her face, but she tends to get razor burn and a 5 o'clock shadow. My sister refuses to allow her to waste money on satisfying society's unfair beauty standards. Anyway, my niece asked me to take her. She says she's bullied constantly at school and she's super self-conscious. She was crying as she told me about it. She even once got chemical burns on her face after sneaking out of her friend's mom's bathroom in the middle of the night and trying to use depilatory cream. I asked my sister if I could take my niece to get waxed, and she said no, and went on about how I shouldn't be forcing my beauty standards on her daughter. I actually don't personally care what she does about it. Still, she was struggling with it, so when she asked again because she had her first high school dance coming up and she wanted to look normal, her words, I took her to get waxed without telling my sister. She obviously lost her temper with me, saying I overstepped and had no right to overrule her as a parent. I told her letting her daughter be miserable so she could prove a point to society made her a bad mom. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. As a formerly hairy teenager, I wish someone had done this for me. In my case, it wasn't a crunchy granola mom, it was a conservative mom who didn't want me to grow up too fast. Which, biology doesn't care what you want, mom. Puberty is here in all its hairy glory. Another concern was that I wanted to shave to attract boys when, in reality, the whole reason I wanted to shave was because of the girls, because they were the only ones who noticed my hair, pointedly. Conservative moms. Mine once wouldn't let me get a bath candle because she thought it would lead me to getting pregnant. Her logic was that candles in the bath are romantic and would put me in a mood, making me want intimacy. I just wanted the candle because the lights in our bathroom hurt my eyes when I sat in the tub. She got a lot better about that nonsense as she got older. Like pregnant with the baby Jesus from a candle ghost that appeared because you got in the mood? Good old conservative education. OP, continue helping your niece feel pretty. We're not our parents and she deserves every chance to avoid childhood trauma. Your sister is forcing her beauty standards on her daughter. Mid-teens is old enough to make decisions about your appearance. Imagine not having any feelings about your daughter being bullied in school. Does she even understand the statistics of kids her age self-editing? Your sister needs to pull her head out of her butt and understand it is not about her or her views. It's about her daughter. Also, your niece needs to get checked for PCOS. I had excessive hair growth that's gone away now that I'm on the pill. Personally, I think you did right by your niece. Screw your sister's feelings, no offense. You're trying to make her life a little easier in one of the most difficult times in her life. I, female 42, was told by my husband 51 that I shouldn't dress up to go to our child's elementary school. I love fashion and do tend to dress up. I don't like wearing jeans, I don't like the feel and it's hot where I live. So I wear a lot of skirts, usually T-length or to the knee, and trouser-type pants. I love finding interesting prints and cuts. I usually wear heels and only wear activewear to the gym. I've spent a lot of hours cultivating my wardrobe. I volunteer at my daughter's school often. I'm on the PTO board and do pick up and drop off, so I'm there a lot, and the teachers know me pretty well. I'm also one of the older moms in elementary and my husband is the oldest dad. We were at an awards ceremony. I was wearing a printed jumpsuit with an asymmetrical neckline. One of the teachers told me I always looked like I just walked off the set of Intimacy in the City. I took it as a compliment since it's an iconic show. My husband said it wasn't, and she's saying I'm always overdressed. He also said the other parents don't appreciate me trying to show off since they mostly wear jeans or activewear. My husband is retired and rarely dresses up, which is fine with me, especially since he had to wear a suit every day for 30 years. It's all personal preference, I think. I just prefer different. He used to love my style but seems over it since he retired. So, should I be dressing more like other parents? Not the idiot. The teacher meant that as a compliment. Teachers don't randomly slag involved parents, especially not for looking stylish. Your husband is just wrong on this. Dress however you like. I tend to dress for comfort, but I always enjoy seeing a confident person dressing in a way that makes them happy. I 100% guarantee this isn't about you dressing up, or the teachers, or other moms. This is because some other male at some point made a positive comment about how good you look and your husband heard it and he's being cranky about it for some reason. It's probably in his mind that other guys are noticing that his retirement is coming, but you still dress well and he dresses comfy, and he's worried that some dudes will compliment you. It sounds like he's jealous and insecure. I disagree, you are the idiot, OP. I definitely say you have a main character syndrome. If I knew how I dress made multiple people uncomfortable, including my husband, I'd bite the bullet, put on some jeans and cover up a bit. With all the I like fashion, I only wear heels, I only wear activewear to the gym, everything you say is an I statement. Dress up appropriately. If not for you, then for your kids. Because my mom says your mom dresses like you walk the streets will be something they will have to hear.